You only do that a couple times before you realize it's much easier to just walk a couple laps of the field. The big field where we winter the sheep, we put market lambs in there it's usually like November, right? And we'll split that because that field is 28 acres. So we'll split it into either 3 or 4 sections to graze, and we'll use this. So
the reason we use this, so that particular time of year is we're getting snowfalls, and that Betsy don't like heavy wet snow folding down, and it's hard to.
Do you take all 3 at once?
Well,
yeah.
What freestyle is usually that public column usually see you're clearing up about all the years.
So we're going across that whole field. So we'll just connect these to the back of the side-by-side and book it across the field. Yeah. And then nothing is worse than when you don't pay attention to which is which and you connect all of them, which I did not do this time, but normally I do. So then after we run them, then we set them.
Yeah.
And then we'll just go around and set them. I mean, obviously your height is going to depend on what you have behind. We usually use this behind lambs, so we like to keep it relatively low. The lambs typically don't go through if you keep good grass in front of them. So then when we're taking this down, the key is not to tangle it after you disconnect it. So our general practice is to take the top one off and flip it over and then undo the bottom one. And then one of us will reel those up and they're separate, and then we'll come back and take the third one off. I mean, if you can successfully take all 3 off at the same time, you can do it, but every time we've done that, it's become a nightmare. They just get tangled and knotted. You only do that a couple times before you realize it's much easier to just walk a couple laps of the field.